Shalom. I'm Love, Love Herself, and this is part 8. So to you children of God, the real God Yahweh, you who have turned against him, and to you who are founders of hateful groups with evil names, company names, such as the Grateful Dead, Luciferians of Lucifer, Hell's Angels, and so forth, this is God Yahweh's final round with you all. And don't make him wake up his mountains that have been sleeping for thousands of years, which he has done. He once woke up, he just recently had woke up Mount St. Helen not long ago. But he didn't send that hot lava down towards me and mine. He sent it a whole nother direction from us. Praise you, Yahweh. He sends his storm family after wicked people. So, you rebels who's running from Yahweh, your pops, how would you like to be an oak tree? An oak tree in your very next life? He has those powers, you know. You still be alive. God Yahweh is merciful. You just couldn't go nowhere. He's the real God. And he has powers. And his patience is growing thin. He's been very patient. And now, since this is the 6th day, back to that subject there. Remember, 1,000 years is one day to God. So that means we're at the end, finally. The end of him testing everybody. And the poor earth, it'll no longer be used as hell. Thank goodness for that. So you Adamites and you Evites who left God, unwilling to be like those sweethearts that's on the picture that you see there, standing in front of Yahweh's assembly in Miami, Florida. But this message is for those who have left Yahweh. You've left love. That's who he is, and that's his name, his original name. And you chose Satan Jr. You need to figure out who you are in God's plans and the purpose that he has for you being here. Ask the Lord. Ask him, are you some kin to him? Laugh out loud. So anyway, whether you love God or hate him, your destiny is in his hands. Now, when Yahweh and Adam, God and his son, joined up for the final battle of Armageddon, that battle took place in Miami, Florida, known as Mount Zion. And the beginning of God's war, it was when God scored a victory after the Prince of Darkness and his team caused war to break out in heaven. And boy, did all hell break loose again when the final battle again on earth began right there in Miami, Florida, being called Zion. Enemies started killing right and left. They started killing innocent victims in Florida. And then they blamed Love's army, the Yahwehs. Now, God Yahweh went in first, the Father, after leaving old Jerusalem, his Ethiopia. He landed his ships on his new Jerusalem grounds, the United States, being called United States now. But he landed in a secret location, though. So he began working first. First out of Bethlehem. That has been renamed into Oklahoma, the name Oklahoma. Then on over to Florida, which Bible writers call Zion, like I said before. Yahweh God wore a personal earth body in Miami, Florida, Zion. A body that he named the label of Abraham, and I'm Sarah, so I know. Then the Lord had plans there for snow to fall in the winter. I'm kind of all over the place. I'm talking about Bethlehem and then jumping around talking about the water. But please keep up with me. But anyway, like I said, the Lord had planned for snow to fall in Bethlehem in the winter, in that region that we were briefly. And I didn't like the snow. I loved it, but I didn't like it too. So I didn't want to be there. So him and myself and all the other major players of his Holy Scriptures, we had left the heavens, and this is where it's written by enemies who wrote, saying that myself, Sarah, and Abraham, that we left our native country in their Genesis. That's in 12, verse 1. But like I said before, we had left heaven's grounds, but they changed the name to Haran, Haran, and not heaven, heaven, in their Genesis 12, verse 4. It rhymes, heaven and Haran. It rhymes, so that's a plus, a clue. So I guess I can't get too mad at the tricksters. Now, you know the enemies, those busybodies, they get so busy. They change a lot of things. They change the time too. If you read Daniel's 7:25, they put our story back in BC time. But keep up and wake up, because our Abraham, Sarah, and Lot story is taking place these days. These days. I'm Sarah, who they wrote the lies about in their Genesis. And no, I didn't make Hagar homeless in the desert. And I do know her personally. I wouldn't do that. How heartless is that? To make a woman, a friend, or a stranger homeless for whatever reasons. And she had a child. So why would I do that to her? So anyway, Abraham, who is Yahweh in the body, he labeled that body Abraham. So he and I, we left old Jerusalem, which is called Africa now, by way of heaven, by space aircraft, back and forth. And when we would enter his new Jerusalem, which is the United States now, we briefly visited Oakland area, also in California. This was in the 60s, but the cunning editors altered the time there too. So you all would believe that it was history. But anyway, the story of us back in Bible days is how they put it, back in Bible days. You wouldn't believe the truth. It's what they wanted to happen. They did not want you all to believe the truth. So that's why they put our story back in history. But the truth is nowadays. The truth, that story is happening right now, these days. So please go to the next page.